Albuquerque. Here's Maldonado for three.
Corner. Gatto drive baseline. This time he will take it to the rack.
He's so confident when he takes it to the basket.
On the board for her, 34-54. Behind the back dribble for Sosi, and Sosi buries the ball. Allison Sosi.
There's DeCoin.
Still nothing. It's perimeter-oriented pass around.
DeCoin fires the three and gets another one. Great.
The basket will count for Junior Hogs, and he's fouled. Fouls on Juarez.
Great finish by Moore right there.
With it, kicks it over to Jennings for a three. Oh, Santana calls bank off the window.
Has been stuck on 14 the last couple possessions. There's Chloe Brown, a right corner three. It's short. Randall, the offensive rebound. Counted and a foul for Nadia Randall.
Thought about it, puts it on the court, pulls up, gives it to Brown. What is this? Oh, my goodness.
Sanchez has the third one, so he's got two of those. Quick steal, and there's the basket to close out the quarter as Brandon Lopez with a big steal.
Question a little bit, and you got me thinking about it. You know, look at it here.
Tipped away by Owino. Big smooth, big jam, big time finish.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us, and my wife, and our daughter, they didn't make it.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, rip, plastered, destroyed, brah. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
Hey, look! It's Dwight Goodman!
This place is hot. Let's see if anyone needs my help. How about I drive you madman home, huh?
I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom.
Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight.
Boom. Boom.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us, and my wife, and our daughter, they didn't make it.
a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
For your surprisingly great race, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Rosendo Najar here, President of Carpenters Local 1319.
Juan Junior Gonzalez, Warden of Local 1319. Some people have a misconception about what a carpenter does.
The carpentering trade entails more than just woodworking or building houses. We are responsible for 85% of a construction job site. Everything from the superintendent on down. We have a great apprenticeship program. The information can be found on our website.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated,
Ripped,
plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They've been drinking and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us, and my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Meyer here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Like me, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the minutes. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Sports Animal. Even if they're not that proud of us. It's 7 a.m. Time for the opening drop. Voted the best sports show in New Mexico. OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach.
They've done it 100 times. 100. That's a lot. Pretty good rivalry. First time that they've done it on a Wednesday night, to my knowledge, and the first time since the 60s that they've done it as a league game. And the Aggies took care of the Miners last night, 28-7 for their 5th win of the season, 3-1 in conference, and a big one towards a whole lot of things for New Mexico State last night. Another good game for Diego Pavia. 15 for 25 through the air, 186 yards, 2 touchdowns, didn't turn it over. Ran the ball for 96 and 2 until he got yelled at by his coach. Why was Jerry Kill ripping him at the end of the game? Good morning to you. Opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, and DC. How you living?
What it do?
You all right back there?
I'm doing great.
You sure?
Always.
All right, then. What, always? I mean, there was that one time.
There was that one time. You're right. That 41-yard run, though, that was sweet.
Oh, man, look, I, whatever you think of the dude, and I understand why you think of the dude, what you might think of the dude, right? I get it. Dude can ball. And the nation loves him. I got a text thread from Dr. Jim last night, JJ. And it was pretty amazing. It says, this is why Wednesday solo games are so good for the Aggies in Conference USA. Diego Pavia is a household name with America's gamblers. And there's this text thread of it just starts out by saying Diego Pavia from some dude who has no idea. And it's just like Wednesday night football, love Conference USA. You riding out that FIU NMSU parlay. Who is that guy? Oh, just getting to find out. Like, look at this. It's amazing.
Gambling, baby.
Well, look. People watch that stuff. People bet on that stuff.
They got money on it.
Well, okay. I mean,
college can't embrace it like other things can, but it's a reason why Big Cat's tweeting Diego Pavia.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He got yelled at by Jerry Kill at the end. Jerry Kill and the sideline reporter was right there, and she said basically he was with a bunch of expletives in there. Do what you're bleeping told. At the end of the game, they were up 28-7, 3.5 minutes to go-ish, and I guess Diego checked to go deep. And he got and was it 14? Is that who the receiver was? He went out and gets one of his best receivers,
Trent Hudson.
Trent Hudson had a pretty nice game for him, and he's
not last night.
No, not last night because he didn't catch the ball. But he's
has 5 touchdowns on him.
You got one of our best players freaking hurt. Do what you're told is what he yelled at him. And you were saying before the show, and you're right. That's the Diego, right? You love him because he's cocky. You love him because he does it his own way. If you're an Aggie fan.
Oh yeah.
But then there's that piece where what are you doing, dude? Why? Rivalry game, you just want to stick a spike in him? Spike's already been stuck.
Jerry Jones was strong in Diego Pavia last night.
Jerry Kill.
No, Jerry Jones was strong in Diego Pavia last
night. What do you mean?
Remember Jerry Jones? 8 seconds left before halftime, Monday Night Football, Cowboys kick a field goal. It's like, I'm not about that life. You best be going for the end zone.
Well,
you best be taking shots.
I'll tell you what.
That's what I'm talking about,
I'm
Jeff.
telling you, at halftime, I thought they were in trouble. I thought they missed a field goal on their first drive where they got down there. They got the one blocked right before halftime. They go in 7-7, and I'm like, you know what? This is the kind of game where you're dominating them and you piss away. Sorry about the pun. But I didn't think about it until it came out of my mouth. But you I don't know a better word. You got a better one? Blow a chances. I mean, you piss away the opportunity.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Team.
But UTEP's bad offensively.
Well, they're on the fourth quarterback.
Yeah, that's the reason they're bad offensively.
Yeah,
that you can't throw a football. So credit New Mexico State for taking away the run game, saying you're not going to run the football on us. You're going to have to somehow figure out a way to have a passing game with this quarterback, which they did not have in the second half. And you know at some point those explosive plays are going to happen for that New Mexico State team. That's what jumps out every time you watch them. They're physical and they're explosive. And Diego Pavia is now the dude.
Yeah.
The gamblers love him Wednesday night. But Diego Pavia, if he's on your team, you love him. If he's not, you dislike him. He's in that mold.
But he was that guy anyway.
It's like every Duke shooting guard.
Fair.
That is Diego Pavia.
Do you think, the rest of that league hates him?
I can see that. Because he's brash and he's good.
Yeah, but he's I'll tell you what, man. He might be the best player in that league. And that's probably not right. Liberty's got some dudes. Tell you who's got some dudes? Jacksonville State. Aggies have a 3-game winning streak. I would suggest they take care of business the next 2 weeks. They go to Louisiana Tech next week, and then they get Middle Tennessee at home. They need to win 7 to get bowl eligible. They're 5-3. Then they have to go to Western Kentucky, which, by the way, not unbeatable. And if the Aggies play like they did last night, and in the second half, they were good. They were good in the second half.
State deserves to be in that conversation.
In what conversation?
With Jackson State.
Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Jacksonville State, excuse me. Is as, all right, you look at the schedule, and that's, you're talking about, gimmies.
No, that it might come down to, if they split the next 2, and then lose at Western, and you figure they're going to lose at Auburn, right? It comes down to the Jacksonville State game, whether or not they're bowl eligible. They are currently in 3rd place in Conference USA. And again, you can, I say hold the Conference USA jokes, but you won't, so go ahead and send them. The last I checked, they're 1-1 against, the Aggies are 1-1 against the Mountain West, right? They beat the Lobos, lost to Hawaii, right? Whatever. This is the league they're in. You didn't let them in yours. This is the league they're in. They're 5-3 overall, and they've got a path to a bowl game. They've got a path now.
Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
Total game. Now I'm working my way down the list for these Conference USA games.
Yeah.
But total games, he leads anyone in Conference USA in goal offense.
Okay. By a lot?
No, there's MTSU quarterbacks right there.
Okay.
But the passing
and middle play this week. Middle is
that will probably change this weekend.
Well, the middle's played 8 games, and the Aggies have played 8 games. So, yeah, and nobody's playing weekend games in that league this month. That's all. It's all Wednesday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night lights. Look, all I know is he put him in a position yesterday. Now, Jerry Kill's scheduled to be with us tomorrow. Interested in what he said about what he's willing to share. What he said to Jerry Kill, or I'm sorry, to Diego Pavia at the end of the game. But the sideline reporter told you pretty much what he said. I mean, do what you're bleeping told, and there were a bunch of bleeps in there. You try to be a hero, and you get one of our best guys hurt, right? But meanwhile, other than that, dude, he was good. He ran the ball 14 times for 96 yards. It's amazing. There was a bit of Kelsey in it to me yesterday. When he would hit the edge, like, it's a real probability that he's going to keep the football, right? Out of their 35 rushes, he carried it 14 times. About, a third of it? More than a third of it? And when he hits the edge, it's amazing how much space is there.
Especially in the zone reads, where it's not just a play breaking down and Diego making something happen, which does happen a lot for them. It's no one containing the edge read.
It's amazing to me last night. Monte Watkins got loose a couple of times. He had a 34-yard run. He is fast, 10 for 109. Star Thomas, 7 for 42. But Diego accounted for all 4 of the touchdowns, threw for 2, both of those to his tight end, Thomas Whitford, and ran for the 2. So the Aggies were winners last night. Aggie fan, go ahead, wobble in your shoes, man. It's your world. Go ahead and wobble. Want to hear from you at area code 505-246-0610. That's how to get to the show today. Area code 505-246-0610. Your emails come in, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Guest list today. We've got a lot going on. Lobo football. Hawaii's coming in on Saturday. We're going to talk to Lobo starting center CJ James. That'll be at 8 o'clock this morning. Looking forward to a conversation with a young man who's anchoring that offensive line and protecting his quarterback and opening the holes for, amongst others, Corey Krosky-Merritt. Coming up at 8:30, Jerry Palm from CBS Sports. He'll be with us. Talk college football with him as we enter late October now, and games get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. We'll look back at last week, look ahead at next week. And then 9:30, John Traub, the Isotopes general manager, will come in. And I talked to John the other day, and it's good to get him on, just what the sale of the team means from his perspective. And I think it'll ease some of your nerves for those of you who have some frayed nerves about the sale, right? I think there's just a lot of, what does it mean? And like I told you the other day, I don't know why. People thought, oh, well, they're going to move the team, and maybe that's just a natural reaction when a new owner buys it. A new ownership group buys it. But that was put to rest. But we'll talk to John coming up at 9:30 after another really successful season. So we'll do that. Did you flip around last night?
Of course.
So what did you watch? Did you watch? Because I had 3 and 1 play things going.
Football and baseball, the main things.
Yeah.
Well, WNBA.
I caught the final play of the WNBA just when I saw the score flashed up and it said it was a 1-point game with like 9 seconds ago. I said, all right, let me go watch the last play. And I watched the last play. And I just watched the last play. I'm like, all right, I see it. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Aces, first ever repeat champion in the WNBA. Liberty had the ball at the end and couldn't get a shot to go. Actually, couldn't even get a shot to hit the rim before the buzzer. And the Aces. But yeah, flip that. Did you watch Sam Houston? I couldn't keep my eyes on Sam Houston FIU. It was just so historically, just excruciatingly, slowly, painful overtime stoppage, and I thought Sam would finally get a win. I thought Mike McIntyre was going to jump out of his shoes. They broke a huge conference losing streak. They're 4-4, by the way. FIU is. Look out! But they went on the road. I thought they were dead when the quarterback dropped. Did you see the ball drop out of his hands? Went back to throw, just dropped the ball.
There's nothing in this world like bad football that it's bad, but
you stare at it. I couldn't stop watching. And
other stuff really wrong done in this game.
No,
not football.
No, I couldn't stop. And that's what Ryan was on the phone. We're talking. Ryan, who contributes to our show, who has the championship trophy and is the sports information guy for the Atlanta New Mexico Bowl. And we were like, dude, this is horrible football, but we couldn't keep our eyes off it. And I thought Sam was going to finally get a win, and they did not. It was FIU in double overtime. All right, when we come back, let's get into the game tonight. Latest on the injury to Trevor Lawrence. It is Saints and Jaguars. Of course, it'll be right here on the Sports Animal. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal, your home for Sunday night and Monday night. And what? Tonight, football. Susie.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
Hi, I'm Steve Sucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
Astros found some offense last night, did they not? It was interesting, man, watching Max Scherzer pitch, and the Rangers decided to go with him last night. He hadn't pitched in, 30-something days, and the Astros got at him early, made the lead hold up, and it was an 8-5 Astros victory that they had to have last night in Arlington against the Rangers, and even that series, or not even that series, draw into that series. Rangers still lead at 2-1. They'll play game 4 today in Texas. But to get that offense going last night, they got some good pitching, and you know, like Jordan Albert said, there was no panic. We've showed that we've been here before. If there's a team that's been there before that wasn't going to panic, it was the Astros. Now, if they would have lost yesterday, you could have panicked.
Yes, there was zero reason for the Astros to be panicking. Team that's made 7 straight trips to the ALCS. Even with Max Scherzer on the mound, it's not a Max Scherzer that's informed. The dude hasn't pitched in 36 days. You know the offense is too good to be quiet that long. And it's the right thing. You go back home, you get back out there and try to change the series. The panicking, I could see that coming from their Diamondbacks, but not the Houston Astros.
Yeah. And they go back and they're going to play in Phoenix today. The Diamondbacks have not been there 7 years in a row. In fact, they haven't been relevant for 7 years in a row. And they went to Philly and got smacked around. They weren't, I mean, it just literally smacked around that city. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond today. But I was impressed with the Astros yesterday, and I expected it to be, right? I just thought that that's how they would respond. So you get 3:07 today, day baseball, Phillies and Diamondbacks. That'll be 3:07. And then the night game, 6:03, is Houston and Texas today. I thought it was a good, complete game by Houston. And look, Texas's bats are good. They needed to get cooled off. Now I think we got a series. Who's pitching today? Do you know? I should know. I'll figure it out for you. It's going to be Urquidy against Heaney today. So Urquidy for the Astros and Andrew Heaney for the Rangers today. So that's what you're going to get. And look, the baseball's been really good. Baseball has been really good and should get better and better. All right, I got what I get today. You get football tonight too. So not only do you get Conference USA and Fun Belt and whatever college football you will be offered, which, by the way, your college football offerings tonight, you get a little American, you get a little Fun Belt. That's what you get tonight. Rice versus Tulsa in the American, and Stigler U, undefeated James Madison, is on the road at Marshall in the Fun Belt tonight. And then you get the NFL, and you get New Orleans Saints, you get the Jaguars. Do you know what the spread is in that? Have you looked at that one yet? Guess it. It's in New Orleans, Saints and Jaguars. What do you got? And the uncertainty on Trevor Lawrence.
Saints 2.5. With the Q by Trevor Lawrence.
Assuming that Trevor Lawrence is playing, I'm thinking that their Jags are probably 1.5 favorite or so.
Saints by a point. Saints are points. So you should jump on the Jaguars if you like them that much, because you're getting points. You're getting points. The latest on Trevor Lawrence is maybe. Listed as questionable. I haven't seen anything this morning. Last thing I saw was 17 hours ago. Limited practice both Tuesday and Wednesday. Could play. He's got a sprained left knee. And they may not decide until they post their inactives 90 minutes before, and even then, let's see what he does. I got to believe he's going to give it a go. Right? I just listen to him talk this week, having him out there, limited in practice, and just listen to what he's been saying. I think he's going to give it a go. Now, does he finish? I don't know how effective is he. So what do you do with your Jaguars? What do you do with Ingram, with Etienne, with Ridley? What do you do with those guys if it's C.J. Beathard?
You're in a position where you're playing your Jaguars. There's 6 teams on the line. There's not a lot. If you have a better option on a roster, then you'd probably already be playing a better option.
So I got a theory sometimes on stud receivers. Okay. And more so like, and I'm going to put Calvin Ridley in the stud range. So more so than like a DJ Moore, but like that top 2 shelf receiver. That when the number 1 quarterback goes out, if the number 2 quarterback's okay, right? If your backup quarterback's okay, and that's basically where they all are, right? They tend to rely on the stud receivers. They tend to focus in on the Calvin Ridleys. They tend to focus in on the Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if Calvin Ridley's that deep, though.
Yeah, I think he is, but I understand the argument against it.
He's been a roller coaster ride.
He has been a roller coaster ride this year.
I got more confident in Etienne and Evan Ingram.
Okay.
But I'm not putting Christian Kirk or Calvin Ridley on my bench, because those guys can be too explosive.
It's hard to sit Ridley for like a Deporta or a Jigba Smith. Or is it Smith and Jigba? Or
Smith and Jigba. He could have a huge role because all of a sudden Tyler Lockett popped up on the injury report with hamstring.
I know. I just found Smith and Jigba on the waiver wire last night, and I picked him up.
Great stash.
Well, because when Kyron Williams went out, that league has an IR spot. So I was like, oh, look, here's and your guy Jaleel McLaughlin was there too. So I got rid of P. Ryan. So yeah, I found Jaleel McLaughlin and Smith and
Jigba is a name to watch this weekend, because there's people that probably moved on. That's on a stash first round wide receiver.
Yeah.
He has not been a part of the offense. It's 2 tight ends. It's been all DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. And all of a sudden, Tyler Lockett, when he pop up on the injury report with a hamstring on Wednesday, that is a true questionable heading into the weekend. They got him more involved. He had 5 targets, 4 receptions last week, getting more and more comfortable in the offense. He could be a very good play this weekend against Arizona.
All right, so sit 2. Ridley, Nakua, Christian Watson, Laporta, and Smith and Jigba. Sit 2. And remember that the injury with Laporta is questionable, and one of them plays tonight.
Probably Smith and Jigba and Laporta.
That's what I got right now. I'm playing Ridley and Watson right now. Yeah. My thing is, do I take out Ridley? But you just don't know if Laporta's going to play. So, all right. That's where I am. Feel better. Who do you like tonight? Saints are a weird one, aren't they? Saints threw a weird one.
This headline caught my attention more than Trevor Lawrence.
What's that?
Both Saints starting offensive tackles will not play tonight.
Did not see that.
And their top backup is also out of the game.
So that's Ryan Ramsey's got a concussion and James Hurst with a foot issue. So they're without their two starting tackles. And then, as you were saying, Landon Young will not play. He's one of their backups.
That seems like a very big problem for New Orleans.
Dude, I got Alvin Kamara.
He's fine.
Because they'll just screen pass him all the time.
13 passes, 30 yards. 15
in a
PPR points.
In a PPR league, dude, he's amazing. No, he's amazing. Those little dump passes to Kamara, it's fantastic.
Get a full point for those nice.
Yes.
Man, losing those tackles, the Saints offense has been so weird this year. Losing both your tackles,
well, the Saints don't score any points anyway, right? I look at them. They had the one game in New England. They've scored this year 16 in a win, 20 in a win, 17 in a loss, 9 in a loss. Then they had the New England game where they scored 34, and they scored 13. So aside from that New England game where they went bonkers on a really, really, really bad team, their highest point total is 20. They got Derek Carr. They got Chris Olave. Now, they didn't have Kamara for the first 3 games. They've got Michael Thomas sometimes. They're an enigma right now, man. So they've scored 16 and 20, so that's 18. 17, 9, and 20 outside of that one game. Over under 20 on the 19 and a half. Over under 19 and a half on the Saints tonight.
Under.
You have to. How can you not, right? At home, Jaguars have played well. Jaguars are weird, man. The Jaguars have won, 2 in a row? They both. When was the last time they played it in America?
3.
Is it 3 in a row?
They played America last weekend.
Yeah, they did last weekend, and they won.
Surprising.
So they point. Yeah, they won. So tell you what. I mean, the last 3 weeks, they're scoring 23, 25, 20, and 37. They beat the Bills. How do you not bet the Jags tonight? No, honestly. I mean, because their quarterback may be out, right? So that's the issue. The under's got to be the number tonight, doesn't it? Whatever the under is, and it's 40. I don't know. What the hell do I know? Go the other way. Don't lose money on me. If I tell you to do something, go do the other thing. Because I'm really, really not good at this. All right, CJ James is going to be with us. He's the Lobos starting center football. Hawaii's coming in this week. We're going to talk to him. That's coming up at 8 o'clock. Looking forward to that conversation and how big of a game this is for them. Obviously, it's huge. But why they think they can turn it around. And I'm excited to hear from the players the frustration coming out of last week. And you want to hear frustration. I mean, after a second half like that, you want them to be upset. And why they think they are going to turn this thing around. All right, so we'll do that coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. When we come back, Sean Payton says he's not ready to throw in the towel. Why? And do you buy it? Bronco fan. Next on the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 680 Sports Animal, your home for Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night football.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
Rosendo Mahad here, president of Carpenters Local 1319.
Juan Junior Gonzalez, warden of Local 1319. Some people have a misconception about what a carpenter does.
The carpentry trade entails more than just woodworking or building houses. We are responsible for 85% of a construction job site. Everything from the superintendent on down. We have a great apprenticeship program. Information can be found on our website.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of MD Safety. MD Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. MD Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sean Payton, the Denver Broncos coach, does. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck, and D.C. You can get in today, 505-246-0610. Aggie fan, how you feeling after your victory yesterday? Lobo fan, I'll tell you how the Lobo fan feels about your victory. This is in capital letters. So Aggies won last night. They beat the Miners 28-7. They are 5-3, 3-1 conference. The text line says in capital letters, a strict, staunch diet of cupcakes has its rewards! ! Then losing the Caps. NMSU wins this year have come against teams that are combined 9-31. Once again, right on track to have no wins against teams with winning records. The grand illusion in loss, LOS, Crucis, is alive and well.
I don't care. Who is anyone in this state to look down on Division I football wins? Do you know in the last 7 seasons, the Lobos have one win over a team with a winning record?
I wouldn't know who that is. Who is it?
It beat Wyoming, and Wyoming finished here 7-6.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that year. I remember
like
that year.
this pillow fight wannabe rivalry talk with football. The Lobos need to be doing what New Mexico State is doing,
which is
just finding ways to win games.
Nelson's on his feet and he is in. It's a touchdown for Noah Nelson.
Sliding, they slid on a going out there. Linebacker, they're going for the big gunner play. How did he hold on to that? Ethan O'Gee. My goodness, a 32-yard bomb. He's going to launch this one long, and it's a little bit short, but what a pull down! Fabian Trujillo. Unbelievable, this man.
Is that fair? Well, so am I stating the obvious? All right. Their coach, Sean Payton, was asked by reporters on Wednesday what the message he is sending to Bronco fans. And he said he's not ready to throw in the towel. Quote, there's a fine line between a groove and a rut. You take a look, and I'll give you an example. Detroit a year ago, I watched it as a media member covering a handful of tough losses. They were 1-6. I know Dan Campbell. And you keep fighting. There's a grit element involved, some mental toughness that's involved. Pretty soon, here they are at the end of the season. They were eliminated before they played their final game, but they were in contention. Here they are now, one of those teams. We're kind of in that position. We're bowing up, and we have to. End quote. So the Broncos are this year's Lions. You buying it?
I'm not buying what he's saying.
So a year from now, dude, Russell Wilson is going to be Jared Goff in the MVP contention. Right? You're not buying that?
That's a bit of a stretch.
It's quite a stretch, dude. The Lions are winning really close games, not getting beat 70-20. Now, you want to tell me they played well at Kansas City last week and lost 19-8 or whatever it was, 18-9? Yeah, I'll give you that. They played well last week. But that was an anomaly. All right, 505-246-0610. Man, I've been wondering where the hell Jerome was, right? With all this going on, where's Jerome been? There's Jerome been. Where are you at? What's up? Oh, wait, I got to hit the button.
Gentlemen,
what's up?
Everything is going good. You know, you sweep your rivals. That doesn't happen very often. You know that's how tough.
On the road, Jerome. You beat them both. Yeah, you beat them both on the road. The Aggies and the Miners and the Lobos.
Yeah, last night's performance, man, that was top notch. You know, they were in control the whole way. It was fun to watch, and you know, hopefully, like our coach says, like Mr. Kill says, we just keep getting better and better and better. And you know what? I always tell my players, bloom where you're planted. Well, we're planted in Conference USA, so let's bloom there, and then let's see where the road takes us. But right now, let's just do what we do and keep getting wins, and hopefully we get bowl eligible pretty soon and off to another bowl game. What did you say, Jeff? 3 in 6 years, something like that. So that's a pretty thing to see.
Hey, let me ask you this, Jerome, and I know you've called our show for a lot of years. You're an Aggie fan. You're an Aggie. Do you?
Yep.
How do you feel? You're 5-3. You're 3-1. How do you feel about winning football games, or as the emailer said, well, yeah, but the teams you played are 9-31 or whatever it is. Does that bring you down at all from having a 5-3 and 3-1 record?
Not at all. I mean, just like you said, guys. You said, JJ, and you posted, you got to play who's in front of you.
Right.
You don't make the schedule. You got to play who's in front of you. If you beat them, then you're doing what you need to do.
Good to hear you, my friend.
So that's all I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, enjoy it. Yeah, enjoy the ride, man. It's been a lot of down years. Enjoy the fun stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate the coverage you guys do also. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Jerome. Look, that's Aggie fan going, I don't care who we beat, man. Those are all schools, by the way, and let me give you a little perspective on this. Because, again, I'll go back to that texter. And if the facts are right, the facts are right. Okay. Those were all teams that were beating you over the last bunch of years, right? So instead of being 2-6 against those teams, you're 5-3. Right? New Mexico was beating you. UTEP was beating you. FIU beat you last year, right? I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I've heard about a bad win. What is a bad win? What does that even mean?
When it comes to football, if you want to talk about strength opponents, have that conversation in a moment, okay. But there's no resume. I'm not worried about my net ranking. I'm not worried about, do I have enough true road wins? Are we going to be in the bubble conversation? That doesn't exist for football. Just get me wins. Some dubs. I want to watch victory this weekend. All I want. Hear what it looks like, how you get it.
On the eligibility thing, so I got to believe Diego's got 1 year left. This is his fourth year. He played a freshman year and a sophomore year at Nimi. Played all 13 games his sophomore year, and I'm looking. It looks like he played plenty to not have a red shirt. I don't even know if you do red shirt at the junior college level. He played his junior year last year, and now he's listed as a junior this year with the COVID year. So he would have 1 year left, a fifth-year senior. He's still part of the classes that would get a COVID year, so I believe he's got 1 year left. So the emailer said, is he going to go to a Power 5? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to guess there's going to be some calls, right? I'm going to guess there's plenty of coaches who are watching on Tuesday and on Wednesday nights and going, who's that dude I watch every week?
The worry is it doesn't have to be a Power 5.
That's fair.
School has more NIL money.
Somebody can throw NIL money at it. I mean, is that a concern? I mean, since you brought it up, who was it? Lobo Hobo? It was Bruce who asked it. I imagine that's a concern. Get through this year. Have fun with it. Live it year to year, man. You know, JJ says this all the time. Sports are so frustrating. You love it so much, and you win so infrequently, right?
Yeah.
More seasons end the way you don't want them to end. If you're enjoying wins and you're in a little streak where you go to a bowl game or 2 or 3, hell, enjoy it. And don't let
it's part of the sports culture. This isn't just there's so much time to fill. It's the way the culture has morphed, where even wins are not good enough because you're always constantly talking about rankings and are you championship team, this or that, where you dissect wins to the point where you don't even enjoy them as a fan. Like, we only beat this team. Well, simmer down now. Why are you so excited? It was one game against a bad defense. Okay, to enjoy moments a little bit more than you do.
Dude, I go back to DC. You weren't here. The Craig Neal team, the local basketball team, went on the road at Fresno State. It's a weeknight win, late night. We came back in. We thought, wow, it was a good win. They went on the road, and the phones lit up that they didn't win. What, they win by 5 points that night? 3 points?
Wasn't enough.
They didn't win by enough, and people were pissed. I'm like, whoa, you got a road league win, and people were losing their bananas on it. All right, we'll talk global football next. Looking forward to having a conversation with C.J. James, Lobo starting center. 6'4", 294, and anchoring an offensive line that's paving the way for Bill and keeping Dylan Hopkins upright. Why does he think they turned this thing around, and how has that room responded after that second half on Saturday? C.J. James next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal, your home for Sunday night and Monday night and even tonight football.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro B. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. networks.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service.
Us. Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Almost back at it. It is homecoming on Saturday, University Stadium, Hawaii. The Rainbow Warriors will come in. 4 o'clock is kick time. Actually, I think it's 4:02. We get there early, be there by 4. I'm kidding. Get there early, have fun out there. It's actually a pretty fun atmosphere. And the tailgate lots, and then Lobo football, 4 o'clock against Hawaii. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. We'll get back to your phone calls in a little bit. It's our pleasure, though, to welcome to the show the man who's anchoring that offensive line, clearing the holes for our running game, protecting Dylan Hopkins, the quarterback. C.J. James joins us on these Sports Animal. Good morning, C.J. How you living?
Good. How you doing?
We're good. Thank you. Appreciate you spending some time with us. All right, obvious question. Let's go. Let's just get it out of the way from last week. Horrible second half. How do you feel your club has responded in the last few days, getting ready, bouncing back from what was the second half against San Jose State last week?
I think this week in practice, we just tried to eliminate a lot of the mistakes that we made in the second half. A lot of that came from penalties, false start, holding. We just looked this week to clean it up so we can come play a good game this Saturday.
Yeah, it's the guy in the middle of that line, right? The ball's in your hand, and a lot of false start penalties. Coach says it's lack of focus. From your perspective, why so many? What's going on?
We, as an offensive line, we ready to come off the ball, ready to come hit somebody. So, any little thing could really set us off, a little twitch. Maybe the linebacker jumps, D-line jump a little bit. So it's really just us locking into the quarterback's cadence that'll allow us to keep going, allow us to clean up these penalties.
As offensive line, I know you guys take pride in when you're running back, your quarterbacks do well. How special is Ja'Cory Krosky, Merrick? Bill's been explosive. You got a guy like that behind you. How much fun is it to block for a guy like that?
Man, that guy is just different, man. We love that dude. We love, every time we run the ball, we want to open up some holes so we can see this man have the best success he can. And it should make us happy when he's scoring and he comes celebrate with the big guys. So it's nothing to come do it over and over again.
CJ James, Lobo Center, is with us on the Sports Animal.
CJ, you've already had quite the journey with your college career, starting at Abilene Christian, bouncing back to Pennsylvania, then coming to the University of New Mexico. What was it like this season to be able to go play that game at UMass, close to your first hometown in Springfield, Mass, and get a win while you were back there with the Lobos?
It was the first time I got to play in Massachusetts coming out of high school, so it really hit different to see all my family at the game cheering me on. I haven't been home in a pretty long time, so just seeing my folks, my mom, my dad, my little siblings, and especially the win in front of them, it was just a different feeling. It was better than anything I could have accomplished in my career so far.
And you look at your journey, you played at Abilene Christian. What was that like for you when you were coming out of high school, looking for your next opportunity? How did that year at Abilene Christian really set you up that when you took that step to UNM, you were ready to go on a Division I offensive line?
I went to Abilene Christian coming out of JUCO, so, that was my first really taste of college football. And, honestly, football is really just football, no matter what the level is. So I really just came in with the mindset that I was going to try to dominate people, and I ended up doing it. So when I came to UNM, I came with the same mindset that I went to Abilene Christian with, and things just ended up working out for me.
CJ James, the Lobo Center, is with us on the Sports Animal. Hawaii comes in this week. All right, CJ, where's the team mentally now? You got everything in front of you. You 2-4, but there's 6. They're 2-5. There's games left. Where are you going into Hawaii and looking at a team on the other side that they're hungry for a win too? They need a win. Where's this team mentally coming out of last week and headed into next?
Man, it's homecoming night. We at home. We just took a tough loss last week. You really just looking to bounce back and to show Albuquerque, show Mexico that they're still hoping this season. We can still make it to a bowl game. We just out here trying to play as hard as we can for these last couple games of the season, so that way we could show out for Albuquerque.
You said bowl game, and your coaches said bowl game. There's 6 games left. You're 2-4, and so the goals are still there. There's teams that he says are like you talent-wise. You look at Hawaii on tape. You'll get Nevada the next week. You get teams that UNLV is playing well. I know it's one game at a time. You look at Hawaii. You can't win 4 in a row until you win 1 in a row. What do you see with Hawaii?
This is just opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to get back in good standings with the city.
Yeah. It's interesting.
They have a similar team that we do, so we just trying to limit mistakes and come out here and coach say all the time the team that played the hardest, the longest, gonna win. So we just trying to pick it up in practice, trying to go hard so that we can catch that dub.
Yeah, I hear a lot of pride in your voice. I hear what you're doing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you feel like you're letting yourselves down. It's almost what I'm hearing. If I'm incorrect, please correct me. But I know how hard you work. I've been in practice, and I hear in your voice just a lot of pride. And it's like we're working, we're doing the right thing. We want to make this place proud of us.
Yeah, the past couple of years, Albuquerque hasn't had a winning program, so we really just want to pay back to the city. All this year, there's been a lot of fans at the games. Everybody comes supporting us, and we just feel like it's not fair to the city, and we just haven't been as good as we should be, and we just want to come out and just really just make the city proud.
There's a real belief, isn't there? There's a real belief in the locker room. I know Coach Gonzalez talks about it all the time. But when we talk to you and we talk to other players, there's a real belief that you guys feel that, man, we're pretty good. And I don't know, is it on you guys? Is it on coaches? How do you turn this thing around?
Really, it's on us. We got, like, the players are the ones that play. Coaches just coach. And we just have to make a real emphasis to block all the noise, to block all the haters, and to really just focus on us and keep believing and trusting the process, and just know that if we do all these things, good things will happen. It's going to be a good rest of the season.
CJ, for you growing up and the passion for football, your mindset, was it always football for you growing up? Did you play any other sports? And when did it really start clicking in that focus that you had to be a football player?
I really didn't start playing football until high school. My first year playing football was about 8th grade. I played something called CYO we had back in my city. It's pretty much like youth football. And really growing up, I was always a basketball player until I just got too big for basketball. And I didn't make my high school team, so I made the transition to football. And really with my head coach, Coach Bauer, he told me I had real potential playing football, so I just put my all into it just to see what would happen. And, I've been blessed to be able to see the world, be able to go places where I would have never went without playing the beautiful game of football. And on top of that, it really allowed me to get an education, something that I really wasn't going to do if I didn't play football. So, this sport just blessed me with so much opportunities in this world, and I'm just grateful for it.
So, what do you want to do after football? What's the plan to use the degree, and what's your degree going to be?
I'm working on my business management degree.
Nice.
I'm about to graduate this fall. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really have a set plan. I'm just, trying to finish out strong, get my degree, hopefully get my master's next year, and just see where life takes me.
And you must have had a hell of a basketball team in high school.